everybody. Happy to see you. Now, in case we haven't met, I'm Debbie Starr. I'm a business strategist, and I help coaches and course creators build their business the easy way without the tech overwhelm. And today, I'm talking about the 3 mistakes that people make when they're building their marketing funnels. So before we jump into that, I just want to mention I'm using StreamYard to create the original video here. So if you're watching live, you have to give StreamYard permission so that I can see your comments. If you're watching on the replay, I would love it if you did a little heart or just let me know in the comments that you're watching on the replay. So the 3 mistakes that people make when they're building their funnels. First, let me just give you a quick little summary of how funnels work. So, people have a problem and you have the ideal solution. That's what business is all about, right? And you need to get your solution in front of people that have that problem. You need to bring them into your world. You need to build that know, like, and trust factor. And then you're offering them this perfect solution that's going to solve all their problems, right? So that's how a funnel works. And we have all kinds of funnels, and you probably have different funnels running that you don't even realize. A very common one is having a Facebook group. And it might start out on your business page and you're directing people to your Facebook group. You might have landing pages. You might be offering those freebies. Maybe it's your website. You might even be running ads. So all of these are different types of funnels. Again, trying to catch people's attention and then bringing them into your stream, so to speak, so that you can build that know, like, and trust. So what are the biggest problems when people are creating their funnel system? The very first one that I want to talk about is not owning your own data. So let me say that again. People are trying to build their business. They're trying to generate leads, but that number one mistake is not owning the leads. So what do I mean by that? So let's take the social media platform like Facebook or Instagram. You don't own those leads. People you come in contact, but you don't have any way of collecting that unless you do something to collect those information, bits of information about them. So in the marketing world, there's an expression that says the gold is in the emails. It means you need to create a system, something that captures at least, if nothing else, their first name and their email. Don't let somebody else collect all that data. And just let me say this, email is not dead. And I will talk about that in another video. Just trust me on this. The gold is in your list. The gold is in the emails. So let me ask you a question. If Facebook shut down tomorrow or your account got banned, for instance, what would you do? I mean, how do you get in touch with your ideal clients? So it's just critical. You have to start collecting your own leads. And a little side note here, if you want to learn about how to capture those leads the easy way and to put them into a nurturing process on autopilot, stay to the very end because I'm going to talk about that. All right, so that was the first problem, using a funnel system and you're not collecting those leads. Give me a thumbs up if you're watching this live, or give me a little heart. Let me know that that's making sense to you. So that's the first thing. The second problem that I see a lot is your CTA, or your call to action, is not clear enough. And I mean, this is a mistake that I've made. I continue to make it. I really have to watch out for that. So in our mind, we know of this perfect solution and we just think people are going to get it as far as what the next step is, but people don't. So as you're building your funnel system, your marketing campaign, you need to be very specific with the direct call of action. What do you want people to do? You need to say, click this button. Click this. Do this. Very explicit so they know exactly what you want them to do. And a side note to that is don't offer more than one type of CTA. So in other words, don't ask them to check out your profile page and follow you on Instagram. And oh, by the way, go to my website and take that quiz. And if you want the freebie I'm offering you, click this button and you can get the freebie. And oh, by the way, join my group. So all of those are different call to actions. A confused mind does nothing. So as you're building your funnel system, only have one call to action, one main message that's threaded through that whole process, that whole dialogue, that whole landing page. And another little tip is put your call to action button or link in more than one place. Now, of course, it depends on, if you're just doing a quick little social media post and you've only have 3 or 4 lines of text, then you don't want to have that call to action every other word, right? But basically think about what they call the fold. So if you're doing something on a website or on the internet, every time somebody scrolls down, you need a call to action button so that wherever they're at on this page, this landing page, this long sales letter page, whatever it is, wherever they're at, someplace in there needs to be that call to action button, right? And as you're building this link or this button, use actionable language. You want them to take action. What do you want them to do? You want them to click this button, click this link. Now, a lot of times you'll see people, they'll use passive language like learn more, because they're trying to soften the sell. But let me ask you, do you want people to learn more or do you want them to take action? You want them to take action. So click the button. And then, of course, they'll learn more, whatever the option is on the other side, but very clear what you want them to do. So the second problem is not having a clear call to action. They don't know what to do. They're on your page, so give them those clear directions. All right. Okay, let me know if it's making sense in the comments. So problem number 3, no congruency. In other words, things aren't fitting together with your overall business scheme or your ladder. And I have to say, again, I'm guilty of this. I've been guilty of this. It's so easy to fall into this trap because as creatives, as entrepreneurs, we are so talented. We have so much to offer. And we're so passionate. We want to help people fix their problems. And there's so many ways that we could help them. So you've probably felt that way. So, we just want to say, here, I can help you with this, this, and this. But as we're building the funnel, we only want to identify one clear problem and one clear solution. Now, yes, you may have all these other solutions and things that's going to help them. But again, that confused mind, one problem, one solution. So let me give you an example about this. So let's say your game is a special keto diet and fitness program, right? So you start out and you talk about that. But then maybe in the next email, you don't even mention keto, and all of a sudden you're talking about training for a marathon. Now, it is true that these two things are kind of related. They're in the health and wellness, and if somebody, maybe they lose weight, they start feeling stronger and fit, maybe they will develop a goal for training for that marathon. But your funnel, that particular funnel, that sequence that you're building, that trip that you're taking them on, and that know, like, and trust factor that you're building, what was that initial thing? It was about your keto diet, this great keto diet that's going to change their life. So all through your funnel and all through the sequences, that needs to be the focus. So a good analogy that you can think about there is, let's say you promised to take your kids to Disney World. They're in the car, they're going with you, you're talking about Disney World, all the fun things they're going to do and see. And then you see, oh, look, it's a Mystery Hill exhibit. And you pull off the road instead of taking them to Disney World. So does that make sense? What I'm saying is you want to make sure that when you get them in your little journey bus with them, that there's one destination that you're taking them to. So give me a comment if you're watching live and let me know, does that resonate with you? Does that make sense? So a couple of tips here as you're building your marketing funnel to make it a little easier for you. Make sure that you're clear on your value ladder. Now, what do I mean by that? You might be offering many products or just one or maybe just a couple. But again, everything in your funnel, everything that you're directing people to should have that one clear message. Now, you might offer a lot of services, but all of those services need to connect. But as you're building this specific funnel, when you're clear on, okay, at the end of this journey, this is where I want to take them, then it's a lot easier to stay on course, to stay focused. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments if it does. So that's the first tip as you're building out your funnel. And the second tip that I want to give you, now, if you followed me or if you know anything about me, I tell people my middle name is Systems, because when you start building systems around your business, it just makes everything so much easier. So my second tip is create templates for your funnels, and then you can reuse them over and over again. You just change out some of the wording, change out some of the pictures, and then it's just so easy. So you only have to do that work one time, basically. And so you've created that system. So then regardless of which funnel you're developing, which journey you're taking them on, it's so easy to get that off and running. So as a recap of what I've been talking about today, the 3 top tips, or I'm sorry, 3 top mistakes. Yes, we're talking about the mistakes that people make when they design their funnels. The first one is not owning their data, not building a list. And again, if you're just starting out in your business or you're doing organic building of your tribe, so to speak, if it's on somebody else's platform, come up with something so that you can capture the data so that you can start building your own list. So that's the first mistake. The second mistake is not having a clear call to action. What do you want people to do? And then the third mistake is no congruency along the whole journey that you're taking them. All right. So early on, I had said that if you stuck around, I was just going to talk briefly about an easy way to create those leads and capture them and do it on autopilot. So I wanted to let you know that I'm super excited because I'm going to be opening up my brand new online biz LAUNCHPAD program in a couple of weeks. And this is a new way to help you build and launch your business without the tech overwhelm. So I'll be guiding you in this journey, the easy way to build out all your marketing pieces, your funnels, so that you can focus on what you do best, and that's working with your ideal client. So I just wanted to let you know about it. So if you want to know more about the LaunchPad, if you'd like to get on the wait list, I mean, there's no obligation. I'm going to have a link below. Click on the link. Hint, hint, get that call to action. You could click on that link and then you'll be put on the wait list. So no obligations. I will be offering a huge discount for everybody that enrolls in the first round. Again, I'm super excited about it. I wanted to let you know about that. So from today's training session here, what was your biggest aha that we talked about, those mistakes that people have made in building their funnel? Maybe you've committed some of those mistakes. So let me know in the comments. I would love to know your aha or maybe your experience of any mistakes. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.